Hello everybody, and welcome to this video where I tell you some tips and tricks for the beginning of Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is a very complicated game, and anybody who plays it could use a little help in the beginning of the game. So I'm here to give you some advice for the early parts of the game you might need. These things include items you might not want to miss, and strategies that you might want to employ in the beginning of the game. So without further ado, let's just get into this. The first tip is in Firelink Shrine, and you'll want to go up stairs all the way to the leftmost part of the chamber. You will find 3 archways that will most likely be covered in fog due to a bug. If you wait a little bit, the fog will go away. It's a bug. It's probably going to get patched out. Just stand and wait and it'll clear up. Once it clears up, you'll go on through, head up to the tower, but don't go in the tower. Most likely you'll want to take off your equipment for this section because we are going to show you a shortcut so you don't need to buy the 20,000 soul key. If you take off all your equipment and you're light enough, run up the tree at an angle and you'll be able to jump onto the roof to gain access to not only a homeward bone and the nest, but also another Estus shard. Your next tip that you might want to do is if you enter the tower with the tower key bought already for 20,000 souls from the wench, if you go up the tower, you will find a long bridge, and once you go across the long bridge, you will enter a large room with an elevator. Head up the elevator, and you'll make it to the top of the tower, where you will find a Firekeeper's Soul, which is a very important item in this game. Also, a very good look view at an item we'll be heading to in just a few minutes. Your next big tip is this time head towards the tower, but instead of going in the tower, head left, and you'll find a ladder that if you kicked it down, you will be able to go up. This goes right on top of the roof. On top of this roof, if you head up into the perch of it, you will find a nest. Curious. This nest allows you to place down items, the first of which you might want to be interested in doing is a homeward bone. If you leave a homeward bone, you not only learn a new gesture, which is the come here gesture, a fan favorite amongst the community at the moment for PvP. You can also drop other items, including the Loretta's Bone, to get a Ring of Sacrifice, fire bombs, a shriving stone. The rest of which will be left for you to figure out on your own.
I'm sorry.
The next trick is inside of the tower. Before you head on the elevator, if you look off to one side, you'll see coffins sticking out of the wall. Leap down upon them and you can find a pathway down this tower. At the bottom, there is a very, very early game important ring that you might want to have before you start collecting a lot of them to pick up. This is the Estus ring, which increases the amount of HP restored with Estus flasks. A vital ring to get early game. Your next tip is to go back up that ladder, but instead of heading towards the nest, you'll jump down where our first shortcut up the tree was, and if you'll head around, you'll go in a hidden door leading to this nook and cranny hidden up here. Not only is there an Estus flask shard in this room, there's also a illusory wall leading to yet another vital early game ring. A familiar ring to those fans of the series. Inside this chest you'll find the covetous Silver Serpent ring, which gives you more souls upon kills. And for just some good fun, the Firekeeper responds to your gestures. I'll show you a couple here, but I'll let you figure out the rest of them on your own. And the last little tidbit here, just before we end the episode, is some enemies are extremely weak to fire, which might be obvious, but also a big pain in the ass for some people is the bleed stat in the Road of Sacrifices. Simply pull out a torch and say bye-bye to the bleed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks for Dark Souls 3. This is only one video on these tips and tricks. There are tons more to cover that I might end up doing, so if you're interested, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed me. For more Dark Souls 3 content, possibly coming soon, stick around and I will catch you later.